the most important four letters in the whole of our world, love. Because without love, we are nothing. Without love, we are robots, we are people living to live. And if we live to live, then there is no purpose. If we have no purpose, what are we here for? Where does it all start? Where does it all end? And when we have lots of these unanswered questions, we get confused, we lose the plot, we lose who we are, where we're coming from, where we're going, what we're going to do, and all these kind of things. And these problems are getting more and more significant in our more technological age today. One of the things we need to do is have love in our hearts. Because without love in our heart, we lose the ability to love others, and we actually lose the ability for others to love us, which is very important, because as a human being, we all need to be loved. Because if we're not loved, we actually feel discordant. We have that thing in the pit of our stomach, that emptiness. Oh, there's something missing. And a lot of people, it doesn't matter what material possessions you've got, if you don't have love in your heart, you're going to be, again, discordant with life. You're going to have this empty feeling. You're going to have something missing. And you won't be able to put your finger on what it is. You may have everything around you, but there's just something not giving you the enjoyment, the happiness, the passion, the desire, the love of life and everything else. So it's very important that we have this. It's also very important that we have love within us for the world at large. For example, to describe love, love is like a small, round, cylindrical object. It's pure white. Has no strings, no conditions, no corners, there's no evil, it's pure lightness. And that, when you have that, why would anybody want corners? Nobody's going to do anything untoward towards you, nobody's going to do anything bad towards you, and you're not going to do anything untoward to others, because love in its purest form is 100%. Love in its purest form, if you believe in God, is God. Nothing to do with religion, that's all man-made. God is pure love. So if you actually have a religion which is killing and blowing people up, you're actually dancing with the devil. But anyway, that's something else. With pure love, we actually overcome things. Our immune systems are stronger with pure love. It actually boosts them 10 to 15%. If we have negative ideologies in with us, then we lose the plot and we don't feel as good. So love is something which is intrinsic. And love doesn't have conditions. If we go to our mums and say, Mum, I'm marrying somebody outside our religion, or you go to your mother and say, Mum, I'm gay, and they go, oh, how could you, you're disgraced the family, all this. That's love with conditions. Your parents may be disappointed, they may be somewhat upset, but they should still love you regardless. And if your son and daughter is the mass murderer and actually sort of banged up in a prison somewhere, which is the best place for them, you can still love them. You may be grossly disappointed at where they are in life, but you should still love them. All this business with hatred and anger and upheaval and she said and they said and I've got to get my own back and how could they do this? This is all self-divisive stuff. It's going to bring you down in life. If you want a lighter aspect of life, if you want the joie de vivre in life, if you want the upliftment in life, if you want to see beyond the horizon, if you want to accept the beauty of others and actually be welcoming for others and be approachable, that others want to come and talk to you, they want to commune with you, they want to have camaraderie with you, that's all down to love. If you're miserable and selfish and self-centered and thoughtless and insincere and rambling on about the past and on my life and I was like this because 20 years, forget it. You've actually lost everything. You've lost the ability to communicate with life, and also life doesn't want to communicate with you either. Why would anybody want to communicate with somebody who has a negative attitude? Because you're a waste of time. You're bringing other people down. They have a thing called a life. And their life doesn't include your misery. Their life has enough with what it's going through already. They want enjoyment. And so if you can actually put enjoyment out there, you'll even get compassion when things don't go so well, because people will feel for you. They won't feel for you if you're selfish or self-centered. They'll think, just get on with it, to hell with you. So you've really got to understand what love is all about. If you ever want a relationship to work, and I mean work, and you've got to work at relationships, you've got to have love in your heart. Because without it, you're just two people cohabiting and you're making the best of what you've got. And that's not living. That's just striving to do what you need to do or what you have to do for the sake of it. Because if you don't, you'll be on your own. You'll be lonely and dull and bored. Well, it's going to falter because things are going to happen. And when things do happen badly, to do with health or financial situations, it will just go, it'll flatline. there'll be nothing there at all. So you've got to have love, you've got to have this smile, and if you're not a natural person to be a smiley person, you've got to make yourself smile. You've got to do the appropriate things in life. You've got to be the person you really want to be, to actually show and commune with others, because that is an intrinsic part of who you are. You'll get a far better quality in life. You'll be far better liked with people in companies. If companies have people who are happy, the bottom line is better, because people take ownership. If companies are not happy, and people in companies are not happy, and things go wrong, the first thing they say, oh, it's not my job, I don't get paid for that. And therefore the bottom line starts to falter. Happiness has a fabulous key to the personalities of life. It brings in lots of things. It brings in, if you believe in luck, it brings in good luck, but it brings in all kinds of scenarios that cross your pathway, which will encompass, people will want to engage with you. They'll want to help you, because human beings actually like to help other human beings. But they will not help you if you're smug and self-satisfied with yourself and you don't give anything back. And it's not a financial thing, it's giving something of yourself, something of your heart. So next time you're feeling dull and lonely and bored, just think, is this me playing a game? Because there's a switch in your mind which says, I'm happy, I'm sad. If you choose the sad switch, suffer the consequences. If you're going to be happy, regardless of what you're going through, you can still make yourself happy. You can still bring the love within you, let it overwhelm you, let it actually go through the whole part of your body, and actually be the person you think you really need to be. And then others will come and you'll actually get out of the situation. There's nothing in life which doesn't have a solution. But if you dwell on the negativity, the solutions will never come to you. And nobody's going to knock on your door and bring them either, because they have other things to do. So just be the person you are with love in your heart and reap the benefits.